A very negative trading week in the first week of August, 2.08% to the south for the equities market. We're starting a brand new trading week, and some analysts are looking at a bit of a positive week this week, bearing any unforeseen situation. Meantime, oil markets, our institutions will be at tomorrow's CMC, what we call the Capital Market Committee meeting, in particular their CEOs, to get updates on the roadmap of the Nigeria's capital markets and what new thinking and actions is taking place between the Finance Ministry, the Inland Revenue Service, and the Debt Office, including the market regulator, the NSE. Let's bring on to the program Rotimi Fakaijo, who is a trader and chief executive officer at Enterprise Stockbrokers. Good morning, Rotimi. Thanks for coming through.
Good morning, Bolton.
Yes, thank you. Let's start from the CMC meeting that is starting tomorrow, the Capital Market Committee meeting. I'm sure some of you will find time to be there as the head of your organizations. What's your outlook for this meeting?
Well, I believe it's going to focus mainly on review of the half year of 2016, and at the same time, they're going to look at a situation whereby how far as well we've done with respect to the various initiatives that have been put in place with respect to the roadmap to moving the market forward, and also the vision that the Securities and Exchange Commission has for the market.
What we got over the weekend was a meeting with the Finance Minister, the head of the FIIS, the head of the Debt Management Office, Nwankwo, and the head of the SEC here in Lagos, talking about how to reduce the cost of doing business in the market, tax matters in the market, unclaimed dividend, and the state government's borrowing from the market. Are these some of the issues that you think should be discussed, should be brought to the fore when the meeting kicks off tomorrow?
Well, it is said now and then about the cost of transactions, the capital market. But to me, what should be looked at is the aspect of what comes to the regulators. And I think that one will really be talked about. On the part of the operators, I still want to believe that to a great extent it has been reduced already, because most of those rates are negotiated with the client. So it's just to put it on paper that this is the new development that is going to ensue thereafter. But as far as the market is concerned, I think a lot of review needs to be done with respect to cost of transactions, especially on the part of the regulators.
In terms of the roadmap for the marketplace, what do you expect to hear from Tola Mubuluri, who is the chairman of that council, and the other committee reports that were presented?
Well, I think that committee is a very strong and potent one, given the caliber of people in the committee. And, well, it's going to, what we expect is for them to fine-tune, to give an update on what has been achieved so far, and also to fine-tune going forward with respect to other things that need to be done. They've done very well in terms of a dividend, e-dividend, and also the dematerialization of certificates in the market. And I think other things that need to be done are definitely going to be what they're going to talk about.
Well, one good news in the last week, to be more precise, was the central bank saying now it's been cleared you can pay checks into savings accounts, and that means technically and in practice unclaimed dividend for small local retail investors. Do you think this is one news the market, the SEC, will be proud to talk about tomorrow and chew over?
Well, to me, I believe that is already coming as belated, because with the e-dividend mandate structure, there is absolutely no need for dividend warrants to be issued out to investors anymore. What needs to be done is the moment they complete the e-dividend mandate form, the dividend automatically comes into their account. So, and whatever dividend had already been sealed, when you get to the registrar this time around, they are definitely going to do a direct credit into your account. So it's not really anything new that needs to be shared about.
In 30 seconds, what's your view of the market in the first half?
Well, in the first half, we all know that at least to a great extent, we saw the market moving forward from the very low position of the first quarter. And to me, I believe the market, with respect to the state of the economy, the market did at least reasonably well.
Okay, Rotimi, let's leave it there. We have from Wednesday to chew over some of these issues. Thank you very much. Do have a great trading day starting today, Monday, the 8th of August. Rotimi Fakaijo, trader and chief executive officer at Enterprise Stockbrokers. You heard the big story. We'll be from the marketplace this week. What is the finance minister, the head of the FIRC, and the DMO sitting together to talk about with Munir Gwazo, who is the head of the SEC? We'll get that for you later today here on Channels Television, Nigeria's news leader. Do have a great day. That's about all for today on Business Morning. We'll be to you later tomorrow in 24 hours' time. I am Bosun Amafaye signing off at this time. I'll see you really soon.